The three connects from downtown.
His skill set is so valuable on the offensive end. The coach can put him anywhere, and Lowry's going to find a way to impact the play. That time, catch and shoot.
Now here's Harden. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
What an advantage it is to have someone like Leonard. Everyone knows the shot clock is running down, but they also know that he'll get up a good shot either way.
And despite his injury history, Kawhi still has the ability to take over games, Brent.
Yeah, does it feel, B.A., that Kawhi sometimes is even more patient and more deliberate in the way he delivers in games? I think he's the type of talent that can slow himself and the game down at his will and still be a lockdown defender.
Now here's Leonard. The shot, no good. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him what he told his team in regards to how to guard Paul George tonight. He told me Paul is a tremendous player. I told our guys that when he's attacking, we need to help one another out. It has to be a team effort defending him. So it sounds like he'll be sending plenty of defenders PG-13's way.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Leonard, double team. Here's Simmons. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Up top, Oubre. Kicks it to George. Lowry, right side. Back to George. Fires the three. Sends it home from three-point land. George has got 6 points.
Really no spot on the floor where George can't hurt you. What a versatile scorer.
It's Powell on the wing. To the inside. The kick out to Simmons. To the paint. Here's Harden. The shot misses. Embiid with the nice defensive effort. Here's George. To the wing, right side. Here's Grimes. Off target from three-point range. Clippers trail by 4. It's Simmons with a drive. And slam dunk by Simmons.
Big man rolling through. Give Simmons a lane to the rim, and he'll make you pay.
Out to Lowry. It's George on the wing. Pass to Oubre. And here's Lowry. George outside. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Oubre can't hit. And here are the Clippers now. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
With a tantalizing combination of size and skill, Ben Simmons has to be a headache to guard.
It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Now here's Eubanks. The kick out to Simmons. "32 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And he banks in the layup. Simmons has got 8 points.
This is where Simmons is most comfortable shooting from. Once he's this deep, feed him.
Oubre on the wing. And the 76ers another 3. Clippers trail by 4. Left side, Simmons. With 1 on the clock. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Philadelphia on top, leading by 4. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the 76ers.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Here's Powell. No points so far. And slam dunk by Simmons.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Pass to Walker. The kick out to Maxey. Shot clock at 5. Right side Edwards. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. The Clippers trail. Here's Harden. To the left wing. And here's Simmons. Shot clock at 6. The shot off that time. Good work defensively by Drummond. Maxey on the wing. Pass to Drummond. Now here's Edwards. Maxey on the wing. Drills it from deep.
Ooh, the range of Maxey is pretty impressive. He is consistent from beyond the arc.
Inside. Here's Powell. The kick out to Simmons. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Edwards, no good. And so it's Simmons with it. He brings it up for the Clippers. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Left side, Maxey. Gets the 3 to fall. Maxey's got 6.
And just so good at playing at high speed. Maxey gets the ball and takes the fast shot.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, a lot of new developments for the Clippers this season, and obviously they have the new arena, new designs for their logo, jerseys, and court. Not only that, their G League team moving into a brand new arena in Oceanside, renewing the San Diego Clippers moniker. Brian, a lot to be excited about for this Clips team.
No question. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. Walker, the open look. It's Walker on the wing. Here's Yabusele. Back to Maxey. And another shot. The kick out to Walker. Maxey on the wing. Outside Edwards. Takes a 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
This team trusts Maxey to make good decisions with the ball.
It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Simmons. Outside Harden. And here's Simmons. Over Drummond. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Sixers lead by 9. Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer. Oh, my. Big Ben showing us how it's done.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Edwards. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Simmons. And the Clippers with the ball. 9-point game. 2 points. That one goes.
Powell can play with some power. Even at 6'3", 6'4", he's got a good base.
Here's Maxey. The kick out to Walker. Down low. Drummond with the ball. For three, Maxey. Another miss. He's 2 for 4. Harden with it. Guarded now by Maxey. Outside Simmons. Outside Bogdanovich. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Simmons. Another miss. 6 makes, 6 misses so far. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Walker. Launches a 3. The Sixers again can't hit. Clippers trail by 7.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
The kick out to Edwards. Now Maxey. Launches it from deep. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. So we conclude the first half. Philadelphia on top. Up by 7. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Now here's Harden. Still without a bucket. Pass to Eubanks. Let's go with a 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Now here's Embiid. And it's off from 3-point range. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Sixers. Philadelphia leading by 7. George outside. Inside. Oh, nice job, Embiid.
I love the confidence Embiid plays with, especially this close to the rim.
Harden with it. Clock at 6. Lowry with a steal. Fast break, Philadelphia. And he lays it in on the break. And now an 11-point 76ers lead.
And really good execution from Kyle Lowry, looking spry and opportunistic on the break.
Kicks it to George. Pass to Embiid. Oh, Embiid punishing the basket.
The Embiid can throw it down from anywhere. So much power for the big fella.
And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Now here's George. This is the most they've led, 13 points.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
To the inside. Here's Batum. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Batum knowing how to get to the rack.
Pass to Embiid. The rebound by Eubanks. Now Los Angeles with it. Trailing by 13. Eubanks the screen. To the paint. Outside for Harden. Just 4 to shoot. And the layup is good off the glass.
Well, Harden just outworking them inside. Could we say he wanted it more?
George scanning the floor. And then Embiid with the dunk.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Now here's Eubanks. No made baskets yet. Outside for Harden. And Embiid with the block.
Yeah, imposing his will. Embiid sending a message with that rejection.
Philadelphia leading by 13. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities. It's his first trip to the line. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
And the jam by George!
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Double team on Leonard. Outside Harden. To the middle. Here's Zubats. Out to Leonard. And there's a 3-second violation.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Now Philadelphia with it. They're on a 14-4 run. Maxey attacking. Good. Maxey's got 8.
You know, you have to love how strong Maxey takes it inside. Feels like he can beat everyone to the cup.
Now Harden. Leonard on the wing. Launches it. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Simmons. From the arc. Rebound by Philadelphia. George outside. From behind the arc. Fires in the triple. 13 points in the game. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. And their defense has been able to bottle up James Harden. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Maxey. From the line. Leonard pulls down the board.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so.
Outside Jones. Pass to Leonard. Zubats, screen. Leonard outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 3-pointer, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Oubre with it. He's picked up by Zubats. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Leonard right side. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Nice shot by George. George has got 12 points in just the second half.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
The 76ers making a switch here.
For the 76ers, number 21, Joel Embiid.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Here's Maxey. And he goes in for the dunk.
Only 6'2", but Maxey got some spring in his step.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Leonard outside. Zubac screen. Oh, that's offensive interference.
The score will not count.
Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. George outside. And here's another one for the Sixers.
George showing the length and the lift to get to the mid-range.
And they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
Leonard on the wing. The three is up. He buries it from three. Leonard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Always a threat from range. Give Kawhi those looks. That's at your own risk. That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Lets it fly. Six to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Philadelphia.
And it's the Sixers with the ball.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Maxey. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
It's going to go on Ben Simmons.
First team foul.
You really can't understate the energy Maxey brings to his game. Not just effort level, but his attitude and how that spreads to his guys out there.
Now Los Angeles with it. Pass to Simmons. Oh, George with a steal. Out on his own on the break. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Guy's got some of the best hands in the league. Paul George instincts right there. Pokes that ball away.
Coffee on the wing. Down low. Elbow shot. Leonard can't get it to go.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Well, when you talk about a classic 3-and-D guy, Paul George is one of the first to come to mind, Brent.
I agree, B.A. I think he's been a little bit underappreciated, but this guy, both ends of the floor, with the ability to score and defend, is elite. You know, Paul George, really a true two-way player in the NBA. He gives you so much on both ends, so you get all-star value offensively and defensively.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the 76ers.
And it seemed like steals ended up making the difference in this game.
No question. Their ability to force mistakes and turn them into points gave them an upper hand tonight.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Paul George.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
Paul George instincts right there, just taking over that possession. He's using his length right there to take away a lot of airspace for the shooter.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Here's George. Again, the Sixers score.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win. And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Back to Leonard. Pass to Simmons. Here's Coffey. George defending. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Fires from way outside. Misses there. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Behring, Grant
We're live from Boston. It's the home of the Celtics. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball. On 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. Here's Wembanyama. Over Horford. Misses the baby hook. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Wembanyama outside. Drills it from outside.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Pass to White. Back to Holiday. To the middle. Brown with it. Outside Tatum. No good that time.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Now, here's Fox. Wembanyama, a screen. Pass to Barnes. 4 on the clock. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Wembanyama's got 5 now.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't. Typically end well.
And no doubt Fox has a scorer's mentality. He is constantly in attack mode.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Fox. The teardrop falls in. Fox has got his second bucket.
You get the sense Fox just improving with each game in terms of his pick-and-roll play. Figuring out his angles, knowing when to pull and when to try to split or turn the corner.
You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to catch up with the Celtics head coach. Now he's in awe of Victor Wembanyama just like everybody else. He said, I don't know that we can stop him. I don't know that we can slow him down. But they want to try and play a physical brand of basketball against him at both ends and see if that has any effect. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Fox. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. To the left wing. Back to Fox. Takes a 3. Here's Wembanyama. Makes it off the glass. Wembanyama's got 9.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him.
Tatum's shot is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Castle. No good with the triple. Celtics trail by 3. Here's Brown. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on to De'Aaron Fox.
You have to have the ability to force the defense to commit one way or the other. Jaylen Brown's aggressiveness does just that.
You know, many see Brown as a scorer, but Doris, he's put more of an emphasis on his defense in recent seasons.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's taken tremendous pride in asking his coaches to put him on the best offensive player. When he's the point of attack defensively, look out. He can give a lot of headaches to ball handlers.
Tatum on the wing. 32 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. A new 14 for Boston. And slam dunk by Tatum.
You see the level of verticality that Jason Tatum brings to the table. Nice.
Pass to Vassell. No good on the triple. Now here's Brown. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the Spurs. He comes away with 11 points.
16.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
Count that one.
Well, that's where you use your athleticism and agility if you're Jaylen Brown, navigating to a high percentage look.
Fox with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Barnes can't get it to go. Here's Brown. And Brown throws it down hard.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown so quick off his feet. What a vertical threat he is.
Doris, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your two best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
Pass to Cornette. And he banks in the layup. Cornette's got the lead up to 2 now for the Celtics.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. You can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. At his speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with. No question. DA, thanks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. They get it back. Cornette. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Count it.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Back to Holiday. Brown outside. Nice ball movement by Boston. And the dunk by Brown.
Well, Jaylen Brown has quality handles now. Relentless on the attack when he's got the rock in his hands.
You know, Doris, few teams have tried to invite Brown to be a shooter. He's punished them each and every time.
And he's had to put in the work, Kevin, to make himself a legit perimeter threat. And listen, the defense has to make choices. Athletically, this is one of the most gifted players in the league. If you're going to concede anything to Jalen, it would probably be the three-point shot.
Outside Holiday. Brown outside. Outside Porzingis. Out to the right wing. And the basket by Hauser. And now a 4-point Boston lead.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
And just maybe the quickest player in the league. Fox can get to the bucket at will. Better bring some help when he's driving.
Porzingis inside. San Antonio with the rebound. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Cornett. And Holiday has it in the corner. Launches a three. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hassel misses. Boston leading by 5. Hauser. Pass to Cornett. And here's Porzingis for a three. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
When Porzingis is knocking down that three-point shot consistently, it opens up other aspects of his game.
Fox from outside. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Boston Celtics holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And don't go away. We'll be right back. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. When a team, Doris, is on a losing streak, what lessons can be learned from that?
Yeah, Kevin, you know this. Losing streaks seem to be inevitable in the NBA. The season is too long to go through without some adversity. What I think you learn is grit and how to keep fighting, even when you don't have your best game available.
And that one's good. Wembanyama.
Boy, Wembanyama has every shot in.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Jason Tatum, you've got to be kidding me. How pretty was that?
To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
San Antonio shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers. A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15 and 56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Celtics leading by 12. In the corner, Tatum with it. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Pritchard. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Pritchard's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
The drive by Paul. That one drops for him.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Pass to Branham. Tries it from 19. And the Spurs scoring again.
Well, that's about Chris Paul getting to his spot and making the defense pay. This guy is lethal with his mid-range game.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Pritchard gets the bucket.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Just doing what he can. He's competing, and he's converting.
And he has really kept them in this one. The high effort level. Now the rest of the team has got to step up.
White, wide open. He fires. The three-pointer off the mark. Spurs trail by 15. Inside. Back to Paul. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. 5 on the clock. Here's Wembanyama. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Wembanyama has got 18 points in the game. The kick out to Tatum. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. There's the three. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Now Paul. Fires the three. Horford with the rebound. And so Horford will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Pritchard. 11 points in the game.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Here's Champagny. Right wing. Beyond the arc. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Champagny's got himself on the board with 3 there. White drives in. Pass to Tatum. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Here's Champagny. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Boston going into the break with a 10-point lead. They played the better game.
39.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have. With us. Spurs trail by 10. Barnes the screen. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. All up top. 6 to shoot. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Celtics leading by 10. Pass to Cornette. Lets the three fly. Bangs home the trifecta. Cornette's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Celtics. Now Wembanyama. It's hauled in by Brown. Holiday with it. Pass to Hauser. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. San Antonio making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. The wide open look here for Porzingis. And it's off from three-point range. And here is Fox. To the inside. Shoots it. Pass to Barnes. Back to Fox. Rebounded by the Celtics. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Boston.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
Jacks up a three. They get it again.
Well, that basket to me is all about energy. Al Horford bringing it every night.
Fox deciding where to go with it. San Antonio again missing. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Fox's double. Stolen. Here's Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Wembanyama outside. Shot to stop the run. And the layup is good. Wembanyama's got 20.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. The wide open look here for Fox. And he's good on the three ball.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
The three from Tatum. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Outside Holiday. Back to Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pass to Pritchard. 3 on the clock. His three-pointers off the mark. Spurs trailed by 18.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Boston.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jason Tatum.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
And here's Boston. They're on a 16-5 run. Up top, Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama. That free throw missing.
At the line for your Celtics.
Good on the second free throw. There's 39 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Outside, Fox. Wembanyama. And he comes up with the deuce.
And that's one of Fox's strengths, trying to involve his teammates first. A really good passer who wants to play for his guys. Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Here's Fox. Porzingis with the block.
7'6" wingspan, sending it back. Kristaps Porzingis with the rejection.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant show.